In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 30th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Cleveland Guardians versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Cleveland Guardians will be trying to cut into Minnesota's lead in the American League Central standings when they face the Tampa Bay Rays in the second game of their 3-game series on Saturday afternoon. Zach Plesac, 2-8 and 4.09 ERI, will get the start for the Guardians. The Rays will counter with Corey Kluber, 6-6 and 3.91 ERI. Tampa Bay is 8-2 in its last 10 games against Cleveland. The Guardians are 5-0 in their last 5 in Game 2 of a series and 5-11 in their last 16 road games. Cleveland is 3-7 in their last 10 Saturday games. Meanwhile, the Rays are 37-17 in their last 54 Saturday games and 1-4 in their last 5 in Game 2 of a series. Tampa is 77-36 in their last 113 at home. The Rays lost once again last night and have continued to struggle since the All-Star break, losing 6 of their 8 games in the second half, with their lack of offense continuing to haunt them. In fact, the Rays have only scored 16 runs combined in their last 7 games, excluding their first game after the break, in which they scored 7 runs. However, their pitching has been phenomenal during that streak and tends to give them a chance to win despite the lack of run support. The Rays should have the pitching advantage in this game as Corey Kluber takes on Zach Plesac. Despite the Rays' shaky offense, they'll be up against an overperforming pitcher in Zach Plesac, who has a 2-8 record to go along with a 4.08 ERI. And xERI even higher at 5.43. In addition, Plesac performs noticeably worse on the road with an ERI of 4.97 on the road compared to a 3.02 ERI at home. Simply put, his metrics and expected numbers are not very appealing, which gives the Rays a chance to break out of their slump and put some runs up on the board on Saturday afternoon. The run support should help their starting pitcher Corey Kluber, who has been solid this season with a 6-6 record and 3.91 ERI. Kluber hasn't been necessarily dominant for the Rays, but he eats a healthy number of innings and keeps his team in the game before handing it off to the strong bullpen behind him. Kluber pitches better at home as well, with an ERI nearly a full run lower than his road ERI. So he should have a solid outing in this game and give the Rays a great chance to win the game. So the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. Cleveland was able to win Game 1 of this series on Friday night by holding the Rays' offense to just 1 run. Cleveland continues to pressure the Minnesota Twins for first place in the American League Central. Tampa Bay is clinging to the last wild card spot and is 14.5 games behind the Yankees in the American League East. Corey Kluber has allowed 8 earned runs over his last 11 innings, while Zach Plesac has allowed 9 earned runs in his last 13.2 innings. Neither starter has thrown well enough up to this point to keep the other team off the scoreboard. Cleveland and Tampa both have strong bullpens that should hold things down in the later innings, but look for the starters to surrender enough runs to push the game past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Royals versus New York Yankees. The Kansas City Royals continue their 4-game series in the Big Apple on Saturday with Game 3 against the New York Yankees. Kansas City is last in the American League Central, 13 half games behind front-running Minnesota. The Yankees are 68-33 and lead the American League East by 12 half games over the Toronto Blue Jays. Kansas City is 3-7 in their last 10 games overall and 4-1 in their last 5 road games against a team with a left-handed starter, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games against the American League East. New York is 60-27 in their last 87 games overall and 39-12 in their last 51 home games, while the over is 4-1 in their last 5 Saturday games. New York is much better than Kansas City both on the mound and at the plate. The Yankees are in the top 5 in 4 major categories for pitching and are in the top 3 in 3 major hitting categories. Kansas City starting pitcher Zach Greinke has been very inconsistent. Over the last 4 starts, the right-hander has allowed no runs in 2 starts and 9 runs in the other 2 starts, and enters this matchup on Saturday with a 4.35 ERI. Nestor Cortes has had 2 consecutive strong outings for the Yankees, allowing 1 earned run in 13 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts. strikeouts and 1 walk. New York was 1-1 in those 2 starts, and Courts was 1-0 with a no decision in an extra inning loss to Cincinnati. The Royals are a bit of a mess right now, and an epic collapse like what occurred on Friday only adds to the misery. Jonathan Heasley's been good in spots, but he's going to have a hard time keeping this Yankee lineup in check while Nestor Cortes continues his solid season up to this point. So the New York Yankees to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The total has gone under in 6 straight Royals games and 9 of their last 12. Kansas City cannot be relied on to generate offense and contribute much to a high total. On Saturday, they will face Nestor Cortes, who further represents an uphill battle. Cortes has been very solid this year as he enters this game 8-3 with a 2.48 ERI and 1 WHIP with 106 strikeouts and 101.2 innings pitched. New York's bats haven't been on fire themselves lately as they have scored 3 or fewer runs in 4 out of their last 5 games as of Friday. While the Yankees are capable of taking a game over the total on their own, they don't appear to be in form strong enough to do that right now. New York should control a low-scoring game on Saturday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Toronto Blue Jays. The Detroit Tigers continue their series up north as they take on the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto in Game 3 of their 4-game series. The Tigers come into this series in 4th place in the American League Central, while the hard-charging Blue Jays are back in 2nd place in the American League East and atop the American League wildcard standings. The pitching matchup for Saturday features righty Drew Hutchison of the Tigers taking on fellow righty Ross Stripling of the Blue Jays. The Tigers are 17-35 in their last 52 road games and 4-13 in their last 17 overall. The Blue Jays are 5-1 in their last 6 home games and 8-1 in their last 9 overall. The over is 4-1 in Tigers' last 6 overall. The over is 39-19 in Blue Jays' last 58 overall. The Tigers are 1-5 in the last 6 meetings. Toronto has dominated Detroit, winning 5 out of the last 6, and the Blue Jays have won 8 of their last 9 overall. Detroit has struggled of late against teams from the American League East, losing 11 of the last 12. Detroit has scored fewer runs than anyone else in baseball with an average of 3.23 runs per game. Detroit starting pitcher Drew Hutchison has been roughed up in each of the last 2 outings, allowing 12 hits and 8 runs in only 9 1/3 innings. Toronto starting pitcher Ross Stripling has had 3 consecutive strong starts, allowing 14 hits and 4 earned runs in 16 innings pitched with 15 strikeouts and 2 walks. The Toronto Blue Jays offense is going to get going at some point after a couple of duds, and they're going up against a pitcher in Hutchison who has allowed 22 hits and 11 earned runs in his last 20.1 innings. Ross Stripling has been solid all year, and that includes giving up 21 hits and 7 earned runs in his last 20.2 innings. The Blue Jays should get the job done here, so the Toronto Blue Jays to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This total originally opened at just 8 runs and was priced towards the under. It has since moved to the same total as Friday night's game, but that still doesn't seem adjusted enough. Unless Mano has some unknown superpower that allows him to pitch on back-to-back nights. That won't be the case. With 2 former relievers on the mound Saturday, there should be even more runs than there have been so far in this series. Stripling was solid in his first start after the All-Star break, but that was against a depleted Red Sox lineup. That game still ended with 12 runs, and he pitched just 4 innings. With Toronto's bullpen being one of the team's weaker aspects, that's good news for Javier Baez and the Tigers. As for Detroit's Drew Hutchison, he's been a strong reliever but is still adjusting to the starting role. He should be able to hold things down until their strong bullpen comes in, but it won't be perfect. Hutchison has allowed 4 runs in each of his last 2 starts, but the Tigers also won his most recent outing as significant underdogs to the Padres. That game ended with a final of 12-4. I'm confident that Stripling will do his part and keep the light-hitting Tigers to 2 runs or fewer in this matchup, but I don't hold out the same hope for the Tigers pitching staff against a Blue Jays lineup that is averaging 7.4 runs per game over their last 10 games, hitting .333 and bashing 14 home runs in that same time span. Look for the Blue Jays to put up multiple crooked numbered innings in this one and put up close to a 10 spot here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.